So, hello and welcome back. You may be asking yourself where I've been. Well, after coming back from Bug Jam and having a brilliant weekend there, I found that my mum had somewhat declined in her health into a point where she couldn't actually stand up herself, which caused me a little bit of a problem where I couldn't really justify coming to work on the van and leaving my mum in that state. So since Bug Jam, I've basically been at home with my mum, making sure she's all good. Now, she started to recover, thank God. She's managing to get up herself and so on and so forth. So it's given me a little bit of freedom to actually get out again. It's been a few weeks now, at least, since Bug Jam. So, it's taken its toll on my time limits on actually getting this done. But there we go. At least I had the temporary camper built for Bug Jam. So now it's just a case of getting on with things if and when I can. So anybody out there watching my channel, bear with me. The things will get done. It might just be a little bit slower now. So anybody else watching my channel out there, if you haven't liked or subscribed, it's a free button. It may not make no difference to you, but it makes a world of difference to me. It means that people are actually enjoying my content, liking my content, and having a few extra subscribers so that when I post things, it just means it gets out to that many more people. YouTube will hopefully push it to people that will enjoy my content, and they don't do that if I'm not a very liked or subscribed person. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That'd be great. I love you for it. As you can see, I'm not exactly with it today. I'm very tired. Been up most nights making sure mum's okay. Anybody that's looked after a parent or loved one will fully understand where I am with all of it. But today I'm actually doing some maintenance work on the van. I don't know if I'll film it, but I had a brake deficiency on the back on the handbrake, which is quite common for sprinters, when I had my MOT done the other week. So I've got to rectify that, and I've just gone for I've just gonna renew the whole back brakes, and then I know it's 100% good. It seems the best option. So it's just a short video to show you where I've been, what's going on, and I will be back. I'm not just going to leave the channel dead. And thanks for watching. For all you people out there watching my channel, you're great. And I'll see you soon. You may see a bit of me doing the brakes. You may see me swearing at the brakes. I don't know, but thank you. So here I am with the rear brakes. As you can see, they're not in the best of condition, nice and rusty. But I have had them apart before because I adjusted the thing. Now, first off, I've just loosened this off. This is a screw that holds the disc in place. I'll take that off. Now, I've got to get the caliper out of the way. Right, so I've got the caliper off. It's held on by these, and then the sliders are held on by little 13s. So that's come off quite nicely. Just take the disc off and have a look what's behind there. Right, so the disc's off. The pads are still really okay condition, but where they haven't been really going onto the disc, I'll show you the disc. You can see it's barely touched it. Look, very shiny little patch. It's not really holding anymore, but I mean the pads look okay, but I'm going to replace them anyway, just because. And I'm going to give this back plate a bit of a clean up while I'm here as well. Right, so I've got the pads off. This is down here. A bit tricky to get off because of the flange from the drive shaft. I've done some cleaning there. Might spray that up, just give it a coat. Now I'm just working on this handbrake release mechanism with C's down in there. I'm going to free that off. Okay, so I thought I'd show you where we've got to. Now that little lever down in there, we unhook the cable from underneath, which is just under there, so we could pull it right out, and we've freed it right off. So this bit here and the end of the cable down there is now nice and loose and free running. Now I've just put some spray paint on the back auto guard, scum guard, whatever you want to call it. The brake pads come with new clips to hold them in, and they're the new shoes. So that's the new shoes and the clips and that done on there. As you can see, that's the old ones. They're never in good shape, but they're funny shape because of the disc being warped. So, as I showed you before, as you can see, there's very little contact in there. So, and the new one, which is over there, is obviously nice and flat. So, next step is to get these little buggers back in, and they are a pain to get in, so be warned on that. Wherever it's gone. Next thing is this little adjuster. Now, I've had these brakes apart before and put some anti-seize in there, so it just doesn't seize up. Now this goes down that side and adjusts the shoes up into the drum. It's imperative when you pull it apart to clean that out and sort it out so that it's free running. It's the only way of adjusting it is through one of these little holes through the brake drum, and it's a pain. So if that is not free running, you'll have a struggle getting it adjusted. Okay, so this is how I'm doing it. I've put the adjuster in with the spring that side, and then I can put it over round, slide it into the adjuster that we freed off the other side. So now this is the interesting part, because you've got to get it in place and put these little spring clips in to hold them in. We'll turn that wasn't helpful. I'll turn the hub round so we can use the holes in the hub. Oh, it's come off there. Right. So that's there. As I said, these are very fiddly. You've got to get your hands in little gaps. Right. Just this there. Choose it there. Right. So get along those pliers. Through the hole in there. So that's the first spring clip in. Oh, now I can't get my pliers out. Right, so that's the first spring clip in. That's there. So, as you can see, it's in the two forks. On this side, on the and on this side, it sits on those two. And that little spring clip goes through there and out the back of the plate to hold it in there. Now, next question is getting this little sod in. Now this is the worst bit. Right, so that's in. It's a very annoying bit, but you have to hook it in the top up here and then try and pull it right down and hook it in at the bottom there. It's been taking me about 20 minutes to get that spring in, but it's in there now. So disc time. Alright, so there's the disc on. Make sure you're fully back off the adjuster, because I just tried to put it on and got it stuck and had to take it off and put it back on again. But yeah, wind the adjuster as far as you can. Right, so that's all back on. Down the back here we've got the 13 mils that hold on the sliders, and then the big boys that hold on the actual caliper. Come with a new low brake pad sensor as well. But that's new brake pads, new discs and new shoes, all refurbished. So next is to put a wheel on and then put a screwdriver through here and adjust up the pads, shoes I should say. Right, so the only way to get the adjuster is in there. It's not exactly easy. I'll show you it, but I've adjusted it up, and if you can hear it, it's a slight scuff on the pads. So that's ready to go, and I'll get on with the other side now. Alright, I'm on the other side, and obviously I've taken it apart like I've done the opposite side, so I didn't need to show you that. But what I didn't show you on the other side is the handbrake adjuster bit. This is what pulls on when you handbrake and opens the shoes up. So it does this. Now, both sides, this piece here has been C solid, and that was not great, but these are in C solid. So what we've used is this stuff, and it's brilliant, to be honest. Just breaks down the rust, and now that, as you can see, moves freely. Now, underneath the van, as I was saying before, there's the handbrake bit. If you disconnect the other end of this cable, you can then pull it out to get to it to work on it. Now, most of you might just get new ones. I'm a fond believer of using what you've got and get it to work properly again. So now this can do what it's meant to do. It's nice and free. Right, so this is the bit I was on about underneath with the handbrake. Now, as you can see, there are little balls on the end. You just unhook there, and that gives you this much travel to pull it out the other end. Now the other thing is this has got quite a bit of slack in it. And the only adjustment is to slide the bracket along here. Now this is the cable that goes up to the front to the handbrake. So what I'm going to try and do is undo this and add some tension to there, which then gives me a better adjustment for the handbrake. Because once I've tensioned that up, I can do this up, and that will take up the slack in those. Right, so if you can see, it's a clean spot here. I've managed to just unnip them slightly. I don't want them too loose so that I've got the tension. So as you can see here, there's now a gap. So that's now tensioned the cable a little bit there. I don't want to go too far, but as you can see, originally it was just pretty much as far loose as you could possibly go. So I didn't want it like that. I wanted it a little bit tensioned. Gives this a little bit of tension, and then once I've got the backs fully adjusted, I'll then get these cables back in and just do up those, which then takes up all the slack in the back. So there we go. Okay, so this is the stage I'm at. This side's now all back together, same as I've done the other side. Now I've got to adjust the handbrake. So what I've done is I've pulled the handbrake up 3 clicks at the front. What I'm going to do is now adjust it up until this brake is fully on at 3 clicks. And that will give me a decent handbrake for quite a while. As the pads wear down, I should be able to use more clicks at the front to hold the handbrake until a point where it needs readjusting. Right, so under the van, obviously I've done these up like earlier on. As you can see, there's slack here and here, and that's my tension that I've done from the handbrake at the front. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust this. Bit of a pain because it's obviously under or above the drive shaft. Yeah, this is pretty much the proper way of doing it. I mean, if you try and adjust the rear without touching this, you're sort of losing battle really, because you could have stretch cables, you could have anything. It's not really going to gain you anything. Trying to put my hand in the way so that you can't see anything, you know. Great idea, isn't it? Tried to set you up that side so you can see what I'm doing. There's a lot of slack still here, so I don't really can't really remember how far these went, but it's still got slack. Okay, so keep going, I guess. I have got a ratchet spanner. Let's see if I can get the ratchet spanner in there. I think we should be pretty good there. No, look, that wheel is still turning. Right. Like that. No, that wheel is still turning again. Okay. And this is quite tight. I think I'm going to have to adjust in the hub a little bit more. So let's back this off again. I'm going to adjust the hub a bit more. Right, so I've done the adjustment. As you can see, it's quite far on. Now, they're nice and taut. The wheels do not move at all, lovely. And it's 3 clicks on the handbrake. So I know that when it starts going up in clicks, that I might have to readjust it or something, but there you go, job done. So that's the end of the day. I've got new brakes now. Got a bit of a headache because I'm overtired. Anyway, so that's it. Hopefully what I've done today in this video will help out a few people. The brakes were never designed. The handbrake is a bit poo, to be honest, on a Sprinter, but it does what it needs to do, I guess. I don't normally ask, but anybody watching, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I can build my channel a little bit more, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.